Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Eva, the daughter of The Rock and general manager of WWE NXT, made an official announcement regarding an upcoming match. There will be a momentous change in the six-woman tag team match between Fatal Influence and the Elegance brand. For Tuesday's episode of the NXT, the collaboration between WWE and TNA Wrestling will continue. Jacy Jayne, Fallon Henley, and Jasmine Nix are set to take on Ash by Elegance, Heather by Elegance, and M by Elegance in a possibly chaotic match. In a post on X, formerly known as Twitter, Eva shared a conference call she had with former TNA Knockouts World Champion Masha Slamovich and TNA's Director of Authority Santino Marella. Slamovich volunteered to become the special guest referee for the match, which Eva and Santino agreed to make official. Slamovich has a score to settle in WWE, mainly with the reigning NXT Women's and TNA Knockouts World Champion. Jayne has been on a tear since shocking the world by beating Stephanie Vaquer to win the NXT Women's title. However, the Russian Dynamite wants her championship back, especially with two WWE stars holding the two main titles of TNA Wrestling since Trick Williams is the current TNA World Champion. In addition to the six-woman tag team match, Tuesday's episode of NXT is stacked. Blake Monroe and Jordynne Grace are set to have a face-to-face ahead of their very personal match at Heatwave on August 24. Ricky Saints will take on Jasper Troy in one-on-one action, while Josh Briggs slugs it out against former tag team partner Yoshiki Inamura in a Philadelphia street fight. Trick Williams faces Javon Evans for a shot at the NXT Championship, currently held by Omafemi. Williams is determined to become a double champion, like Jacy Jayne, and has set his sights on winning the NXT Championship again. He defended his title against Moose at Emergence last Friday. Williams has all the momentum heading into Tuesday's edition of NXT Live at the Met Philadelphia. The wrestling world was rocked today as WWE officially confirmed a groundbreaking announcement from Eva, the daughter of global megastar and Hollywood icon Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Eva, whose real name is Simone Johnson, has been carving her own path within the company for the past few years under the developmental spotlight of NXT. But her latest declaration marks the biggest step yet in her young career. WWE's official platforms lit up with her statement, sending shockwaves across the fan base and sparking heated discussions about the future of the women's division, the Johnson family legacy, and the company's long-term plans heading into a new era. Eva's announcement comes at a time when WWE is embracing generational storylines and capitalizing on real-life connections to boost television ratings. As the first fourth-generation WWE superstar, Eva carries with her a lineage that stretches back to her great-grandfather Peter Maivia, her grandfather Rocky Johnson, and of course her father, The Rock, who remains one of the most recognizable and influential names in the entertainment industry. For months, fans have speculated about what WWE's creative team had planned for Eva, as she had been appearing sporadically on television, developing her on-screen persona, and testing the waters with a variety of character alignments. Now the speculation is over as Eva has declared her official transition from NXT to the main roster, a move that signifies WWE's commitment to pushing her as one of the central figures of the next generation. Eva's words, shared on social media and echoed by WWE itself, were filled with both gratitude and determination. She acknowledged the weight of her family's history, but made it clear that she intends to establish her own identity rather than simply live in the shadow of her father's accomplishments. Fans immediately noted the maturity of her tone, praising her for embracing the challenge rather than shying away from the enormous expectations placed upon her shoulders. The announcement drew immediate responses from current WWE superstars, legends of the past, and industry veterans. Several women's division competitors congratulated her publicly, while also hinting that they would welcome her to the main roster with the kind of stiff competition required to prove herself. Hall of Famers and retired stars also chimed in, pointing out the significance of Eva's rise and the way it symbolizes the ongoing evolution of WWE as it balances legacy and innovation. Internally, reports suggest that WWE officials view Ava as a long-term project who has the charisma, athletic background, and natural storytelling instincts to become a headline act in the future. Sources indicate that her upcoming debut program may involve aligning or colliding with some of the most prominent names in the women's division, with some speculation even suggesting that she could be linked to the Bloodline storyline given her family ties. However, others argue that WWE may prefer to distance her from that narrative initially, allowing her to stand alone and develop credibility independently before tying her fate to Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, or any other family members currently involved in that saga. Industry analysts believe that Ava's official move could significantly boost WWE's mainstream appeal, as her story provides an easy hook for major media outlets outside of wrestling to cover. The Rock himself has yet to issue a formal response to his daughter's announcement, but insiders fully expect him to acknowledge it soon, possibly even appearing on WWE programming in some capacity to endorse her journey. Such an endorsement could instantly elevate Ava's stock in the eyes of casual fans, though wrestling purists insist that her in-ring ability and character work will be the true measuring sticks of her success. Ava's development in NXT was not without challenges, as she dealt with injuries and the difficult adjustment to the demanding schedule of a professional wrestler. Still, those who trained with her have spoken highly of her resilience, her willingness to learn, and her constant drive to improve every aspect of her game. WWE officials reportedly see her as a future crossover star who, much like her father, could bridge the gap between wrestling and other forms of entertainment. This makes her announcement all the more impactful, as it signals WWE's intent to invest heavily in her trajectory and give her opportunities to shine on the grandest stage. The fans' reaction has been a mix of excitement, curiosity, and caution. While many are thrilled to see Ava take this step and embrace the responsibility of her family name, others warn that WWE must avoid pushing her too quickly, as overly accelerated pushes have historically led to backlash. Comparisons are already being made to other second- and third-generation stars, from Charlotte Flair and Randy Orton to Dominic Mysterio, who also faced immense scrutiny early in their careers. Ava's case, however, may be even more unique given the unprecedented cultural impact of her father. WWE Creative has several directions they could take with Ava in the immediate future. She could debut as a fan-favorite underdog looking to earn respect, or she might be positioned as a confident heel leaning into her family's legacy as a source of power and intimidation. Either way, her arrival on the main roster is bound to shake things up, and the company seems eager to capitalize on the buzz. Major events such as Survivor Series, the Royal Rumble, and WrestleMania loom on the horizon, each offering a potential platform for Ava to make a dramatic impact. As of now, no official timeline has been provided for her first televised appearance following the announcement, but anticipation is already building at a fever pitch. Wrestling veterans have been weighing in on podcasts and interviews, noting that Ava's decision to go public with her WWE journey reflects not just her ambition, but also her awareness of the business side of the industry. By making a bold, official declaration, she ensures that the spotlight remains firmly on her as WWE builds toward her debut. In doing so, she also places herself under the microscope, as every move she makes from this point on will be scrutinized heavily. Nevertheless, Ava seems poised to embrace that pressure rather than avoid it. WWE itself is expected to highlight her story extensively, from video packages detailing her training to commentary teams emphasizing the importance of her lineage. Fans should expect to see documentaries, interviews, and behind-the-scenes content that further build her profile leading up to her main roster storylines. This multimedia approach has worked well for WWE in the past when elevating new stars, and Ava's unique combination of youth, heritage, and mainstream appeal makes her the ideal candidate for such a push. Ultimately, Ava's official WWE announcement is not just a personal milestone, but a historic moment for the company. It represents the continuation of a legacy that stretches back decades, while also symbolizing the dawn of something entirely new. For WWE fans, the excitement lies not just in what she has already achieved, but in the limitless possibilities of what comes next. As the world waits for her official in-ring main roster debut, one thing is certain: Ava Johnson is no longer just The Rock's daughter. She is now officially a WWE superstar in her own right, and the eyes of the wrestling universe will be watching closely to see how she carries the weight of history into the future. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.